Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle the tricky world of corporate filings so you don't have to. Today we're diving into Recursion Pharmaceuticals' latest filing, and let's just say it's an update that adds a few more pieces to a rather interesting puzzle. Stick around to see how their recent expansion is playing out. Recursion Pharmaceuticals, a company focused on using AI to discover new drugs, is filing this report to update us on a previous transaction. Remember how they announced an acquisition back in July of 2025? Well, this is an amended report, meaning they're adding more details now, specifically about some stock they issued as part of that deal. So what's new? It appears Recursion hit a milestone. On August 25th, they started a toxicology study, a pretty standard step when developing new medicines. This triggered a part of their previous agreement. Because they hit that milestone, Recursion issued more stock. On August 27th, they gave out a whopping 2,397,023 shares of their Class A common stock. This is what they call contingent shares, meaning they were part of the deal, but depended on certain conditions being met. Now let's talk numbers. These shares were valued at $521.48 each. To get this price, they looked at the average stock price over 7 days leading up to August 22nd. This is a common way to value stock issued in these kinds of deals, aiming for a fair price based on recent market activity. The total value of these shares given out was about $12.5 million. This tells us that the company is willing to pay a significant amount in stock to acquire these assets, showing they believe in the value of this partnership. To make sure everything is on the up and up with the stock issuance, Recursion also filed a supplementary prospectus. This document is essentially an update to their existing registration statement, making sure the newly issued shares are properly registered for potential resale by the recipient. It's like telling the authorities, hey, we just issued these shares and here's why they're legal. This was done under a previous registration statement filed back in February of 2025, and to top it all off, they've included a legal opinion from a law firm, Wilson Sonsini, Goodrich and Rosati. This is basically a stamp of approval from their lawyers stating that the shares they issued are indeed legal. It's standard practice to include these legal opinions when issuing significant amounts of stock, especially in these types of transactions, to provide assurance to investors and regulators. So what's the big story here? Recursion Pharmaceuticals is actively growing its assets and capabilities. They entered into an agreement to acquire a significant stake in Reventures I LLC, and this filing confirms they've paid a substantial chunk in stock to achieve a key milestone in that acquisition. This move essentially means the company they acquired is now fully under Recursion's umbrella. This entire process, from the initial agreement in July to hitting a milestone and issuing stock in August, shows a company that is strategically expanding. They are using their own stock as currency to acquire valuable assets, which is a common and often effective strategy. The fact that they're proactively filing amendments and legal opinions indicates a commitment to transparency and regulatory compliance. Looking at the bigger picture, Recursion is operating in a highly competitive and innovative field, drug discovery and development. AI's role in this sector is massive, promising faster and more efficient ways to find new treatments. By making strategic acquisitions like this, Recursion is aiming to bolster its technology platform and its pipeline of potential drugs, the 12.5 million's pipeline of potential drugs. The 12.5 and its pipeline of potential drugs. The $12.5 million in stock issued here, while significant, is likely a small price to pay if this acquisition unlocks new therapeutic discoveries and drives future revenue. However, as with any biotech company, especially one relying heavily on AI and early stage research, there are inherent risks. The success of their strategy hinges on the actual effectiveness of the AI models and the potential of the drug candidates they discover. Stock-based compensation, while it conserves cash, can also dilute the ownership of existing shareholders. We'll be watching closely to see if these strategic moves translate into tangible progress in their drug development programs. In conclusion, this amended filing highlights Recursion Pharmaceuticals' ongoing strategic expansion through an acquisition. They've successfully met a milestone, issued a significant amount of stock, and are ensuring all legal and regulatory requirements are met with transparency. This suggests a company intent on growth and building out its capabilities, but the ultimate success will be measured by their ability to translate these acquired assets into valuable new medicines. Alright, that's our deep dive into Recursion Pharmaceuticals' latest disclosures. What are your thoughts on their acquisition strategy and their use of stock as payment? Share your insights in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed for more corporate analysis. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions with the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.